And go to the public comment section.
Sure.
And which at time after the public comment section, then you would have the opportunity to respond to public comments.
Okay, thank you.
So at this time, I do have the list in front of me for public comments. I have Zach Nicholas, Molly Board,
There we go. I am Zach Nicholas, currently of Cape Girardeau, attending Southeast Missouri State University, and a graduate of the 2008 class of Crystal City High School. This city holds a very dear place in my heart, even at the age of 19. Less than a half mile away, I was baptized and listened to every single sermon Reverend Carter had to offer in his arsenal of most holy word. I've had the privilege to ride my bike down the streets, the blessings of friends here, and the honor to play at J.J. Comfort Stadium and bleed, sweat, and even break bones there for my team, my school, and my community. 2 of the 3 generations who live here, my family, have taught at this school district, and I plan to be the 3rd. When I was speaking of a career future at Crystal City with a friend of mine, we were talking, and he is going to be an engineer. I'm going to be a teacher. What is there to come back to in this community besides an educational role or a city servant type of job? We contemplated for a while, and there's nothing. The cost of commute is becoming highly expensive. I know, I drive to Cape and here, Cape and back for a while, 2 or 3 times a week sometimes. And if you plan to live in this city that you love, that you grew up in, well, you better have a lot of money. You better find a good job so you can commute. This facility will offer 650 jobs locally and 1,000 in the state of Missouri. And the salaries are nothing to be overlooked. It's $75,000 to $80,000 annually with benefits. I can see, career-wise, no better reason to come back to Crystal City than this facility is built. If you're not interested in the opportunity of a career, use your sense and examine the potential circumstance to better community in a school district financially. Here are some numbers that I've examined and found out over the past couple of days. If this facility were only to be worth $10 million through all of the taxes and everything of that sort, the school district would get an extra $100,000 annually. That is a big chunk of budget to give. That is a chunk of budget that I would like to use when I'm a teacher here, if I can be a teacher here, and a good chunk of money that will be used toward the students and my future children. As for the community's potential financial facelifts, there's a classic business equation that I learned. Good business will bring more business. Other businesses will come in, and they will try and support this facility. And it will help the businesses that are struggling now in this community. Also, right now this community gets its major revenue from Walmart and J&H. Walmart will likely be relocated within the next decade, which would further cripple Crystal City's money flow, which is needed. If I have not said enough to thoroughly persuade, then these are some hard facts that can surely help. There's very, very limited options as to what we can build on that land. It is a brownfield site, strictly meant for heavy industry. Obviously, there are too many chemicals in there for our children to play there or anything of the sort. It was thoroughly explained by that gentleman previously. Law in the zoning is clear. There is no fear of heavy pollution, and there should not be. It was just explained. There is nothing to be scared of, and nothing that will be harmful. And as youth, I was asked here as my peers, by my peers in my age. And we plan to live in this community for a long time. We plan to have our children here. We plan to teach here. We plan to live here and keep it going, keep the generations going here. And this is truly what we believe in. We believe that this facility will help us financially. It will help our children in many ways in the school system. I feel this is my responsibility to say this, and thank you. Have a great night.
Betty J. Easter.
My name is Betty S. Easter. I live on Mississippi Avenue in Crystal City with my husband Larry. We're also registered voters. I started coming to these meetings, I guess about a year ago. And I've made most of them. Sometimes I'm not able to, but I come when I can. And I've listened, and Larry and I have talked a lot about it at home. And our conclusion that we have come to is that we are avid proponents for Wayne's Enterprises to build the iron ore reduction facility. The only thing I regret is when Mr. Niemeyer, I think he said that it will be operational in 3 years and 8 months. I wish it was 3 days, or it was already going. Thank you for your time.
Deborah Duncan.
My name is Deborah Duncan, and I live in Ward 4 on Holdinghausen Drive in Crystal. Over a year ago, when things were really getting heated up about this project, I had many questions and a few doubts. I decided not to listen to hype and gossip, but instead started going to the city's meetings and reading the minutes when I couldn't go to the meetings. I also asked many questions. I decided to do this with an open mind because I learned that the truth is always somewhere in the middle. I've been to all 3 of Mr. Niemeyer's presentations and I've learned an enormous amount. I understand that a project of this scale has many areas to research, discuss, plan, and act on to allow it to come to fruition. It takes a while for the details to get out due to the fact that it takes a while for the details to be worked out. Many times, details are a matter of business confidentiality. I'm satisfied with the answers to my questions, and I fully support this project. I feel that the iron ore reduction facility will be an asset to our city, an asset that many other towns across the U.S. would be standing in line